My name is Giovanni Russian, and we're about to go to Groove. It's an underground rave.
I feel pretty good about it. We're going to go to this warehouse for a rave called Groove.
My name is Brian Strange. I am born in Washington D.C, but I guess technically I'm from Prince George's County, Temple Hills.
Well, at first, like, you know, I'm black. We all was into hip hop, you know what I mean, when we was coming up. But by the time I turned, I think it was 11, I started playing Tony Hawk at first. And then I started listening to Thrasher in the background, and I was like, holy shit. First, went skateboard, so I started doing that. And then I started listening to metal. Then I started picking up the guitar. I learned that shit by myself, son.
Well, it started off with a lot of metalcore. I mean, we listened to a lot of Devil Wears Prada, Asking Alexandria, As I Lay Dying.
I've been to, I think, 3 concerts already. Like, I'm about to go to some more. It was like Whitechapel and Devil Wears Prada all day. Like, me and Bryant, we went in that joint, Wall of Death, straightforward. But anyway, yeah, metalcore. And then after that, I started, like, you know, listening to melodies. You know, so I started making music, like making metalcore first, and then picked up the, like, laptop, this joint. Picked up this motherfucker, son. Like, this is my baby, son.
But then we started moving more into indie, so I got to listen to a lot of artists like Neon Indian, MGMT, of course. I mean, that's like the staple of indie culture. You know, just a lot of bands. But then after that phase, I mean, and not after, because we still listen to it, but then moved into a lot of electronic music. That's when it really started, I would say, around the beginning of, between 10th grade summer, so the summer after 10th grade and our junior year, we really started getting heavy into electronic music.
I started making electro first, and then that's when trance came in the picture. Me and Jerez, big trance fans, like, out of everybody. And from then on, it's just been very, like, open. Like, I have an open mind to almost any music I could probably vibe to, except for gospel. But any other genre I can vibe to, mate. Well, right now, I'm hanging flyers for Papa John's because I need to get my rent money. So, yeah, simple task. Don't do this.
Alright, so everyone moved in. What was it? It had to be like, were we in school? Yeah, it was like a couple weeks after we all graduated. So it had to be in, like, it was June, I believe, or July. Yeah, this past June.
I found this place on Craigslist called, in a neighborhood called Ivy City, and I hadn't really heard too much about Ivy City. Did some research, pretty interesting place. It was, you know, just an excellent opportunity for me to get out, be on my own, and have my own place, you know.
Okay, because we was on big shit. Like, like we felt like we were on big shit, you know, like we're 18, you know, we all a group of friends coming out of high school, we all moved in together.
When I first moved out, I felt like independent. Like I felt like I finally do everything I wanted to do and all that shit.
Well, when we first moved in, there was a lot of growing pains, you know. We had to adjust to everyone's living styles, and we still are. We're going on 5 months and on the 15th of November, I believe. So, you know, there's a lot of growing pains, a lot of things we had to get used to, different people's lifestyles, because I had never actually lived with Mike or Crystal or Kaya. Been to their houses or whatever, but, you know, I never actually lived with them, so it was interesting.
Okay, we were tired of having to step outside to smoke. You know, we didn't want to be secretive with stuff. We wanted, like, honestly, when I first imagined moving in, I imagined, like, we were all going to be, like, this family, you know, like this big green Buddha family. And, like, oh, yeah, that's what we call ourselves, by the way. Everybody is a green Buddha, you know, in a little circle. But, yeah, we thought we were going to just be this big green Buddha family, you know, fucking shit up, you know, stoning. Going to raves, partying, you know, whatnot. And, you know, but still, you know, getting our shit, working, helping each other out, and, yeah, managing a family.
As a whole, we have our ups and we have our downs, but, I mean, you know, we conquer it all through the love of, we share a lot of common interest, one of those being raving. Everybody in the house is a raver. Raving started, if I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I believe it started in New York. You know, the godfather of the rave scene was Frankie Bones, or Frankie Knuckles, one of the two. You know, obviously I wasn't around in that period. I was born in '95. But, you know, I did my research, and, you know, a lot of the music back then was just going to warehouses, breaking in and throwing massive parties, you know, no feds. As soon as they did show up, everybody got the hell out of Dodge, you know.
Fuck, I think it was back in 2011. We hit up DJ Lil E. I know she's not really like into the rave scene, but that was like the gateway. You know what I mean? Like we went to the club, like we were clubbing, man. Like, and we were getting teens, fat. Like, son, it was a good experience. DJ Lil E ripped that shit. And then after that, where did I start going to? It was U Street. Started going to there. Then I started making my way to Baltimore. Then D.C. again, Baltimore, D.C. Then we started hitting up festivals. So, rave scene. DJ Lil E started everything.
Alright, my name is Giovanni Russian, and we're about to go to Groove. It's an underground rave.
My name is Ebony. We're about to go to this warehouse for a rave called Groove. I think it's pretty awesome. It's my first warehouse. I've never been to a warehouse rave.
I'm ready for it. I am. I'm ready for it. I didn't prep that good, but luckily my friends had extra tickets, so yeah. But we all ready. About to touch it up.
That when you go to these shows, these raves, when you go to the event, it's like a different feel than you get at a lot of other places. Like, the energy is completely different at a rave than it is at a rap show or an indie concert or a metal concert, you know? In general, the energy is just different.
Simpler, like, just everybody coming together and loving each other, loving the music, loving this moment, because this is the time that is not wasted. And if it is wasted, you were at a fucking rave. You enjoyed wasting that time.
We like EDM. We all like going to raves and all for our different reasons. Like the rest of them, they all like the music and stuff. Me, I mostly go because I love fashion. I love dressing up. I love escaping, I guess. And it's like it brought us all together and it keeps us all together because every time the event comes on, we all like comes like near and we all want to go. And we all have to see each other. We all have to rave together. And it's like at raves, it's, you know, PLUR, you know, peace, love, unity, respect. So we try to always keep the peace. Plus the 3 ups.